I have some new makeup that I'm excited to try. It's mostly from e.l.f., but I do have a couple other things. I've already done my sunscreen, and I've put on a primer, which is the Professional from Benefit, and it's the hydrating one. Okay, I'm in the middle of editing this video. This video was filmed quite a while ago. It was just after Christmas, and you will see that because I start talking about some things that reference Christmas in there. The same week that I filmed this, we dismantled my entire bedroom. My office was dismantled, everything, because we were in a major renovation upstairs in our house. So that's why this kind of got put to the wayside, and I actually think I forgot about it. So I am trying the new e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. I have used this already a couple times, so I'll let you know how I feel about it in a minute. But this is a full coverage, long-lasting, dewy finish. It has tremella mushroom, whatever that is, and hyaluronic acid in it. It also has SPF 30 sunscreen in it. I am excited about this. Hello, if it says hydrating, I'm all about trying it, and it's not that expensive because it's e.l.f. Although their prices are getting up there. So I went on their website and I bought two that I thought were close in color by what I saw on the screen. Oh boy, was I wrong. This one here is light 205N and this one is medium 370N. I was way off. I'm going to mix them. See, that color's actually pretty good by the mixture of the two. I mean, obviously I would have liked to have only purchased one, but if I have to mix it, I'm okay with it. So this says it's full coverage. We'll see. I always have trouble covering this little mark right there. I'm trying to get it away, but I think I'm gonna need to go to see my daughter and get it lasered because she can take care of that. It's not just hyperpigmentation, it's some other things in there like some broken capillaries. I wouldn't say that's total full coverage, but we'll see if it's buildable. I've only done one layer whenever I've done this. I've used this twice so far, so this is the third time. Okay, I'm gonna put most of it down here to give a second coat. Looks nice. Okay, but it did not cover this real well. So that I'm kind of sad about, considering it says it's full coverage. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit more of that covered. It does not have any odor, which I truly do appreciate. Okay, I'm gonna take a sponge and just get rid of any extra that I have accumulated. Sometimes I notice like I do this side things, like, Bobby, bring it over. Like, what am I doing? I don't understand what I'm doing. So I will tell you, my Christmas was a little bit rough. I had a very good friend of mine pass away just a few days before Christmas. It wasn't a surprise, she had cancer, but nonetheless, I lost a good friend. And she was a mom, a grandmom, a wife, and just a sweet, sweet, sweet human. And her name was Chris. And she had been battling cancer for a few years. I worked with her at the school. The day before she passed away, I was able to go see her. I went to the home and the family was welcoming people in because they knew hospice was there. And I actually got to see her and speak with her, and that meant a lot. I'm not gonna talk too much because I'll start crying, but she will be really missed. So it just kind of, it was hard for Christmas. I can't even imagine how difficult it is for their family. The funeral hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen after the new year. And I think that's smart of them because of the grandkids and just having that memory of Christmas with a funeral in there and stuff. So I think that that's good because she's got really young grandkids. Yeah, just really hard. But she was a Christian, and I truly believe that she is in heaven now, and that gives me such hope and joy that she is not in pain anymore. That truly does make this so much easier, knowing I will see her again someday. So yeah. Okay, on to back onto makeup. I know I went on a tangent there, but if I'm a little off today, you'll understand why. I do think that that was relatively full coverage, but I still see. I mean, do you all see that? I have such a hard time covering that, but the rest of it's pretty good. Okay, I'm trying a new concealer, and I've been trying it a little bit. This is from Fiera. It has hyaluronic acid and collagen in it, and I got it in natural beige. So I got mine off of Amazon, and it is sold by Fiera on Amazon. So this is extremely thick. I've been putting it a tiny bit out and just putting it on my plate like that. Whoa! Oh, great. I just got that all over me. Okay. This is one of those, do not think you need a lot. This is thick. And I've been using the new brush from BK Beauty, the N16. I like this brush because of its extra fibers all around it. Do you see how those stand up? Those help to kind of move the concealer around in my under my eyes so it doesn't collect as much in those areas. I don't need a lot. You might need more if you have stronger circles. Can you guys see the difference? It is a full coverage, but it's not a cakey full coverage. It definitely goes into the creases in my under eye. It just does. But it doesn't do it drastically, and I can move it and then I can set it and it doesn't go back into it. Oh, my word. I was supposed to get, I'm going on tangents, but I was supposed to get my hair cut the day I went to go see Chris for the last time. I was supposed to get my hair cut and colored that afternoon, but we knew if I didn't go then, I wouldn't be able to see her. So I saw her that day around, I don't know, 4 o'clock, and she literally passed away 12 hours later at almost 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm so glad I missed my hair appointment. Of course, that totally didn't matter, but I obviously need to still get it done. So I'm getting it done in like a week from today. So I'm dealing with some roots and a hair. I'm gonna go a little shorter. I'm excited, not major short, oh my heart, no, but definitely short. It's just too long. I want it a little bit short, a little bit more manageable. Okay, I am really going off on tangents, aren't I? Yes, I am. The next thing I bought was a new thing from e.l.f. as well. This is their new Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil. I got it in the color Neutral Brown. So it's a little bit thicker than what I'm used to. So I'm curious to know how this is gonna play. Take this off. This is the spoolie on the other end. I will tell you, anytime there's a cover for the spoolie, it immediately goes in the garbage because I just don't feel the need that this has to be covered all the time. Obviously this does, but that's just the way I handle things. Again, I like to simplify life. And in case you're wondering, how does the, should I go in this little tangent? Okay, I'm gonna go in this little tangent. Sometimes I struggle with the fact that my channel is makeup, but it's also home and it's simplifying life. I look at the makeup portion of it because some people would think all of that makeup complicates. Yes, it complicates my life, but it's part of my job. I look at it as I try to simplify your life by showing you things that will work and might not work for you. So that's how that plays in, because I still want to look as good as I can, and makeup plays a role in that. I know that you all don't have the time to go and research makeup like I do, because that's my job. So that's how that whole coordinates together and how I coordinate that in my brain. I want you to go to the store educated. If you need, for instance, a new brow pencil, you're like, I don't like mine, what works well? And I've just shown you one that's economical, it's a good color, it might work, I don't know, I've not used this. You know what I mean? Do y'all understand me? Okay. Let's try this thing out and see if it works. It is very bulky in my opinion. Oh, the color I think is really good. I do not like my eyebrows to look red. Well, it's creamy. I'm trying to do just a lighter brow these days. It's so hard for me. I'll get going and I'll start doing more, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, I'm like Joan Crawford brows. Is it Joan Crawford who had the really bold brows? Oh, in case you're wondering, can you guys see that? Do you see this right here? That is Rachel from Rachel's Room. We're in the process of doing my studio. I am going on major tangents here. I haven't talked to you in a while, so I'm excited excited to talk. We're getting new carpet on the entire second floor of our house. In order to do that, my husband needed to take up some of the carpet and fix some floors because we didn't want to pay for that. He can do that. So therefore, my future studio has all of Rachel's closet and all her clothes, and she is quite the little clothes horse. I have one of her cabinets or armoires in here. I have some of her clothes in my closet. There's some downstairs in our dining room. It's everywhere. It is a process. It has to get worse to get better, and I know that. But in case you're like, what is that thing over there? That's what that is. Wow, that's a lot of a tangent. I don't like how bulky this is. I don't know why they had to make it so bulky. I like how creamy this is. It goes on easy. You're not gonna get a hair-like stroke from this. I actually kind of like it. It's an amazing color for me. I am gonna set them because it is so creamy and I kind of feel like it might move around a little bit. But you know what I'll do? I'm gonna set one of them. I'm gonna set this one, but not this one. And I'll see if it moves around. And I'll also do a follow-up on all of these newer products in a speed review. So I'm using my Sigma Duo, and this is just a powder that I feel like really does help extend the length of my brow products. I'll put in some brow gel in a minute, but I like to do my eyeshadow first. I'm not actually doing much eyeshadow because I just kind of want to do a natural look today. So I'm just going to put on, oh, I just noticed bad creases from the foundation. Okay, I have not been using lately my eye primer. Again, I think my skin is changing and I've been noticing that my eyelids are drier. I feel like putting an eye primer on to kind of mattify those is making them drier. It never did. I've used it for years. I have a favorite one. It's called Thank Me Later. I love it because it made it so that my mascara would not start transferring onto my eyelids because I have hooded eyelids. It would touch there and it would dissolve. The oils would dissolve. But I don't find that happening anymore, and I think it's just because my skin is getting drier, which is a pain, but it just means I need to adjust what I'm doing. My cat came to visit. So I am using my Perricone MD No Eyeshadow. Oh, there's my cat. Hi, Mia. What? What? She wants me to play. I do have a new mascara. I've tried it. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I'm gonna try it again. This is a Voluminous Superstar from L'Oreal. This is similar to the one that I love, which is the X Fiber. What I liked about the X Fiber is it has a primer and then it has the mascara, which this does. The difference is this primer is white. I don't like having to cover up the white. This is waterproof. Do you guys see how white it is? Kind of get any clumps out. I don't want too much. I feel like I'm in a hurry because I feel like it's gonna dry. I don't know. So obviously then it's black. And it is my kind of brush that I like. Just feel like, why make it white? Why not make it black so you don't have to feel like you have to cover it all up? I will say my lashes do get very long with this. You know how sometimes your lashes look better than other times? It's weird. Like lately my lashes have been a struggle. And then there's times when no matter what I do, they look amazing. The mascara I actually like. I feel like it's longer. It's not too clumpy. That was probably better than the last 2 times I've used it. And I'm using the new Stands Out Beauty Puff. I didn't use their sponge today. I normally do. But I like their puff too. It's very like squishable. I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure there's no creasing around my nose. e.l.f. came out with new, what's it called? Camo liquid blushes. I got 2 of the colors. I would much rather have a cream blush in a pan instead of a liquid blush in this type with the doe foot applicator. It's just not my favorite, but it is what it is. I got 2 colors. This is Peach Perfect and this is Dusty Rose. Pretty pigmented. I did get their liquid blush brush. So this is a new brush from them. I haven't used it yet, obviously. I think that this peach is too light for me. I think that that's not going to show up too well. It's very light. So I'm going to go with the Dusty Rose. Is that what it was called? I'm going to put some on my hand because this is very pigmented. Oh, this is very stiff. Not sure if I'm liking this. I don't know if I like that. I always do better on my left side. Always. So much better than that side. I don't know if I like this. It just seems a little bit patchy to me. I don't know if it's the brush or the blush. The brush or the blush. I mean, that's what it looks like on my hand, which means my hand is probably now covered for life. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, but that also could be the foundation because the foundation says it has a dewy finish. So I definitely think that's coming through. It is drying down immediately. So, all right, I'm going to put on just Catrice Summer Obsession, and I'm just going to use the lighter of the two and get a tiny bit of bronzer. Maybe try to marry those two. All right, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Airbrush Blender Brush. Airbrush Blender Brush. Oh, my heart. One of my favorite brushes these days because it just kind of smooths everything out. It probably isn't very noticeable to you guys what I'm doing, but I see it. I don't know. Do you guys even really notice that blush? Maybe I didn't put enough on. I don't know. I feel like I need a little bit more. I'm going to use the Rephr number 4 brush, and I'm going to use the lighter of these two blushes. Kind of deepen. Oh, hair. Is that even noticeable? Do I just need to go darker? For lips, first I'm going to put on a lip liner. This is the Milani Most Natural lip liner. This is one of my favorite lip liners. It's a good nude for me. I love Stands Out Beauty sponge. This I usually use with my foundation, just kind of even things out. I just didn't do that today. They also have lip glosses, and they sent me 3 of them. These are the 3 colors. This is Fancy Pink, this is Fancy Light, and this is Fancy Rose, Fancy Sugar. So I think I'm going to go in with the Fancy Sugar over this because it's just kind of a neutral, I don't know, cute sponge. Cute sponge. Really, Bobby? Honestly, it's not that much color. So I do like it. It's not too sticky for a lip gloss, and it's not too like vibrant shiny because I'm not a huge fan of the whole like look like you have glass on your lips. I'm just not, it's just not my look. Okay, there's the completed look. This foundation is doing well even on my forehead. I've worn it a couple times. My skin does not feel dry afterwards. I've been really happy with it. I think this is really good. The Fiera Concealer. I like this. You do need to set it. I don't think it's one of those you can't set. I don't know if there's any concealer that would not crease. I just think they all crease. This I got on Amazon and it wasn't uber expensive, and it's gonna take a ton of time to get through this thing because you use so little. Okay, I really did like this brow pencil. It was so easy to apply and my eyebrows look great. Hopefully they last all day. I don't think I'm that excited about these liquid blushes. I don't think this is one of those that I think you need to run out and get, in my opinion. Pleasantly surprised about this. Oh, I should say this brush. I think this is too dense. I think it doesn't have a lot of give to it. Like, it looks like it does, but then when it's on your cheek, it doesn't feel like it does. I don't know. I'll use it more because, again, these were first impressions. So again, I need to keep using it. Speed reviews, and that will tell you of what I think about it. And lastly, the Stands Out glosses. I actually like this. It's almost like an oil. They're not sticky. They're not so shiny. The packaging is interesting. This is not my style, But honestly, in the long run, I don't really care about packaging. I care that in this it works. But this takes way too much room in my tiny little purses that I carry, so I wouldn't want to carry this with me. I'd want something more streamlined. That's a preference thing. All right, if you want to see some other e.l.f. products that I have used, I will link that video right here. I hope to see you in this one or another one. God bless.